Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the next episode of Sack to the Future. It's week 17. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are not real. They're a figment of your imagination. At the Minnesota Vikings, who come into this game at 10-5 and are looking for wild card positioning. If they win, they officially clinch a wild card and eliminate the Los Angeles Rams, controlled by Terrors89, who will be with us momentarily, as he is busy at the moment, but he is on the channel. They'll eliminate the Rams and will secure themselves a wild card and probably the 6th seed, which would send them to, hold on, I can remember this, the St. Louis Cardinals, which is my team. So let me put the game here in the playlist. This is a showcase game. I do not control the Vikings, so much like the other night when they played the Saints. I will be putting it on auto sim, much like last night with the Bills and Colts, where I control both teams, so we had to auto sim by virtue of league rules. Also in the background, you might hear a little bit of a hockey game as I'm watching in one of my Facebook groups, a hockey game with a couple guys from around the country from 1980. So I'm multitasking. I do that. There's a look at the fake Jaguars. They're your fake news. They do not exist. They're like CNN. And here come the Minnesota Vikings. They currently hold the inside edge for the 6th wildcard spot in the NFL playoffs. Here's a look at wide receiver Paul Flatley. If you missed earlier on the Terrors89 and John M channels, we went over guys who retire at the end of 64. And of course, that means in this league that they can go on to one of the semi-pro teams. The Vikings have a couple. Charlie Britt and Bill Butler will be playing in their last regular season games, potentially their last home games. Back to receive Vincent Lopez, a retiree, played in the league with the Raiders beforehand. And Fred Cox lines up the kick, but we got to go ahead and put on slow speed and jump to end of game. And Fred Cox, with the name spelt wrong because EA Sports thinks COX is offensive, kicks the ball off. It's going to be taken by Lopez at the 4. And Lopez brings it up to the 26 before he's horse-collared. Looked like actually Bill Butler playing his last regular season game. And look at Jaguar signal caller Ron Miller. Let me go ahead and bring up who in the blue hell is Ron Miller, who played one season in 1962 with the Los Angeles Rams. Oh, we don't need that.
On the ready.
What about the Rams?
Ron Miller played with the Rams in 62. He is the quarterback of the Jaguars. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the voice of Terrors89. The angry podman. What was it you call yourself?
Oh God, I can't remember. I stopped being the angry.
Yeah. Well,
angry broadcaster.
He is a Cowboys/Browns fan, so we can understand why he's angry. Especially the Browns part. And there's John M., ladies and gentlemen. So, Pete Nicholas, Bill Byrne, Antonio Pieri, and I missed the other ones. Jim Boylan, Gus Sonnenberg, Wayne Munn, Dick Lage, and a couple other jackasses that I couldn't get to their names in time because EA Sports runs the thing so fast. It sounds like the Micro Machine Man needs to introduce them. Wayne Munn takes the handoff and he's floored by Jim Prestel. It'll be 4th down and the Jaguars will have the punt. Again, if you're just joining us like John M. is, if the Vikings win, they clinch a wildcard spot and eliminate the Rams. The Rams can get into the playoffs.
How come it says 10-26 and posted is the Buffalo at Baltimore?
Where?
If you look at our, if you look at our chat.
Did I share the wrong game? Let's go, I know I changed the title. I'm clicking over to it live now to see what the... Yeah, it posted the Buffalo-Baltimore game. That is really weird. Maybe I shared the wrong game then. My bad.
Yeah.
Broadcasting. So there's the handoff to start to Bill Brown, and Brown's got a huge first down. He's up over the 20.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
John, if you're talking, I can hear a whisper in the background.
Oh, can you?
There you are. So I sent out the correct link now. I apologize for the inconvenience. The inconvenient share.
I swear.
It's all right.
Here I am
Fran
trying to cheat.
Hands it up to
Cheer
Brown.
on the Jaguars.
And in the hockey game I'm watching, the Islanders have just won the 1980 Stanley Cup.
Oh, got a flag.
Oh, yeah.
Face mask. Face mask,
Wilbur
because
Scott.
every defense does that.
Okay, fellas, I gotta take and go talk to somebody real quick, so I'll be back in a little bit. So
When you come back, try her.
he happens to be on the line. All right, I'll be back.
John M. representing the hometown. There's a handoff on a reverse.
Let's go, let's go. That's how we do, D. That's how we do. They don't want to know. They don't want none of this. Here we go, here we go.
God, this one is terrible.
Tarkenton under center, another handoff. Looks like the Vikings' game plan today is to just run the ball on second down and 6. Bill Brown now has 3 carries for 30 yards.
Let's go, defense. Let's go.
Brown back, or Tarkenton back to pass on. It's incomplete. They'll bring up 4th down. It was Tarkenton's first attempt at a pass. And the quarterback out of Georgia is 0 for 1. Again, the definition of the showcase teams on the VinnyXWolf channel are the highest finishing teams in real life that are not human controlled.
And how many more years do you have the Vikings and the Chargers?
Jesus, I know the Chargers is again in 65. I think they fall off after that, but the Vikings go for a while. There's a look at Bronco Nagurski, who is one of the Easter eggs, is a former professional wrestler, but also actually did play in the NFL in the 30s and 40s. He's real old at this point. Handoff to Dwayne Munn. Munn runs over one. Munn ran over Jim Marshall, because that would happen. Wayne Munn, well, I mean, he was a professional wrestler, so maybe. Carl Eller, Paul Dixon, Jim Prestel, and Jim Marshall, who just got flattened. Roy Winston, Rip Hawkins, John Campbell. Charlie Britt, number 17, playing in his last home game. Lee Calland, Ed Shirachman, and somebody else. Especially if the Vikings
Charlie
get
Britt,
to 16.
Leo Collard, and let's see, yes, Roy Winston, Rip Hawkins, John Campbell, linebackers, Ed Shirachman, Earl Kasulki, and Kasulki, Ed
Shirachman, Charlie Britt, Lee Calland. Yeah, moves fast. Ron Miller completes the pass to Tar, Jerry Tar, Miller to Tar. Tar, of course, an ingredient in cigarettes. I'm not sure why I thought that, but hey, whatever.
Whatever floats your boat.
Or goat your float. Miller hands off
Future back-to-back Super Bowl champion, even if it's not with the same team. Carl Eller.
And, he gets the pass off just in time, but they're still going to lose yardage on that. Jim Marshall was breathing down Miller's throat, neck, whatever you want to say.
3rd and 10.
Now Miller back to pass. It's complete. No, it's not. What a hit. That was going to be a first down, but Roy Winston put a licking on Boylan that ended his chances of a first down. Roy Winston was in perfect position to lower the boom. Beautiful hit. Probably a 15-yard penalty in today's football. And the Jaguars will punt. Nice move by Bill Brown. Makes another man miss. Makes a third miss. And Bill Brown, why are you retiring if you're playing like that? There's a look at the wild card standings. I don't know why they're showing the Eagles and Redskins and Lions and Hunt. They're not in the hunt. Any idiot can look at math and tell that at 8-7 you can't get to 10 wins.
Well,
EA
my guess
Sports.
is they need to fill up the 4 spots.
Yeah, that's just stupid. Bill Brown with a nice carry. Brown's going to get another first down. Brown's down for 11 yards on that carry. 17 carries, 59 yards last week against the Saints. The small print on how many season yards he had was too small for where I'm sitting.
How many yards he had on the season?
Tarkenton back to pass. It's complete. That's his first completion, and they're into Jaguar territory. And that is number 28. Travis Hall on the reception. I almost said Ahmad Rashad, but I knew better. That'll be tomorrow night on Facebook.
It's too small for me to.
First down and 10 now for Tarkenton and the Vikings. Brown on the carry. He's going to get a couple, probably about 5 yards.
They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas.
Oh, Mr. World Changer has just sent me a link to TikTok. I'm going to have to get into TikTok.
Runs an esports football league. Well, I don't know about runs it, but he is like the announcer for some of the games. People get to comment and go along with it. It's VinnyXWolf, VINNYXWOLF. V and X are capitalized. I participated the last time he did it and commented and had fun and stuff. I mean, he's my friend. I'm going to go there right now. And I'm going to comment on there as well and just have some fun. If you're missing sports, this is kind of fun and it holds over for sure. I mean, I had a blast last time, so give it a shot. Don't give it a shot. I just figured I'd try. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you very much, BJ, Mr. World Changer. Definitely give you a shout out. Oh, I don't know what that is. Stop. Okay. Definitely give you a shout out to MrWorldChanger.com and your TikTok as well. Thank you for the shout out. I am your humble announcer. What Sack the Future is, since he brought it up, it is a run by 4 guys. We're equal partners in this. I am the originator. I guess you could say.
The founder of the feast.
The founder of the feast.
Yeah.
It was my idea, my brainchild. John
And you do
M
most
is
of the
our.
work.
What's that?
You do most of the work.
John M is our. He's like our. Millennial tag-along. I say that because he's not here to defend himself. He was born in 81. He does not believe he's a millennial. Phantom Fighter is our ratings guru. And as you're hearing the voice of Terrors89, our costume designer. So he dresses most of the players.
That's me.
And,
I am the Vera Wang of Sack to the Future.
Well, I was thinking maybe more like Tommy Hilfiger.
Okay.
Yeah, Calvin Klein.
Calvin Klein, there you go.
That pass is complete out. It is the second quarter, by the way. It is now still scoreless, 0-0. Vikings trying to secure a playoff spot. And Rams fans ran by Tears89, watching on with bated breath as Jim Marshall destroys Ron Miller.
Oh, Marshall
ran the right way on that play.
I'm really torn as to who I want to win. I want the Jaguars to win, but I want the Rams to lose to the Cowboys. So
the Rams will be eliminated anyway. The Rams play the Cowboys in Week 17, and per league rules, when 2 of our teams play each other, in order to keep it fair, we have to simulate the game. So it'd be just like this. So he has, although he's a Cowboy fan, he has no control, and the Cowboys are bringing an undefeated 15-0 record into that game. With a chance to secure home field.
Which is quite impressive, considering the 1964 Cowboys had only won 5 games already.
Well, you did win a Super Bowl with a winless Cowboy team, so.
That is true. But we were playing on a much easier level.
Yeah.
I mean, the semi-pro teams were a joke.
There's a look at Wayne Munn completing the pass. He gets a pass from Rip Hawkins before, I believe, Roy Winston brought him down. Earlier on the John M. and Terrors 89 channels, the Giants and Browns played, and half the Giants team that was in that game is gone after that game. The Giants lose so many retirees after 64, and that's a great down. The punt is down to the 3. And of course, because EA Sports Animation doesn't get it right. Anybody that knows real football rules would say, no, it's not, it's a touchback because he rolled in the end zone, but EA Sports doesn't play by realistic
The minute
rules.
that ball is down, it's kind of like college.
Yep. And of course, in real life, the player probably would have just tapped the ball instead of diving for it.
Yeah.
But whatever. So 1st and 10 from the 3. Tarkenton is under center. He hands it off to Bill Brown, and Brown is met in at the line of scrimmage and brought down
Get him, boy! Get him, boys!
by, can't read that name. Looks like Hill. Or 85 Hill. And another Jaguar. I'm not sure if comments are working, by the way, guys, because earlier during the other game, Phantom made a comment early on in the game and it never appeared on screen. So if you're commenting, yes, I'm getting a lot of comments. Okay, I just loaded my stuff up, man. So I apologize that I have not seen any of these comments. They're not showing up on screen. YouTube is again screwed up. So Steve Harger, hi.
Yeah.
Welcome to the action, if you're still watching. And Mr. World Changer.
Hey, look, there's a safety in the end zone.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed the play because I was catching up.
Yep. We
And he
have
says
Bill
he's a
Brown
Lion.
tackled in the end zone.
Mr. World Changer's a Lions fan, so he says go anyone but Vikings. That makes
Oh,
sense.
okay. That's good.
He's our age. Well, he's my age. He's a big Barry Sanders fan. So.
Yeah, I credit where credit's due.
Yeah, we were just discussing that earlier on. Top 3 running backs of all time: Barry Sanders, Walter Payton, and Jim Brown.
I would say that my personal preference is the reverse order, but I will not disagree with anybody who says, Barry Sanders or Walter Payton or Jim Brown are the best running backs ever.
And Phantom Fighter just chimed in on our private chat saying go Jags, because he's a Bears fan.
Because he's a Bears fan. Bears.
Meanwhile, Carl Eller gets the sack on Ron Miller.
May every field goal kicker be Cody Parkey for you, sir.
Still to come on this channel tomorrow night. Well, let me get the schedule out so I can actually. I'm not trying to guess. As Tarkenton. Oh, I'm sorry. That is a deep. Oh, and a face mask penalty. I forgot who had the ball. The Jaguars down the field and going to get 15 extra yards.
Trust me, they are. Okay.
Charlie Britt on his last home game, and it could be his last game if they lose this, called for the face mask. Okay, so tomorrow on my channel, I'll be bringing you the St. Louis Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks. Then on Monday, or no, not Monday, sorry, tomorrow Saturday, Sunday, the Kansas City Chiefs and the San Diego Chargers in a showcase just like this. And then on Monday, the end of the season, I don't know if we'll be there yet. I might wait. It might not be Monday. I might wait a couple days. But the Panthers and Packers end there, the Sunday night football game. Other channels, the John M controls the Lions as they take on the Saints. He's got also the Bengals and Steelers, and he'll be done. He's done for the season after those. Terrors 89 has Cowboys Rams and Broncos Raiders. And the Broncos are controlled by Phantom Fighter, who he also has Jets Patriots. And so that's the week. Let's see, Bears Oilers is done. Jags and Vikings is done. You can catch all these games on the Sack the Future 1964 playlist. Mr. World Changer says Peyton and Brown, then Sanders, his opinion. And so that's coming from a Sanders fan.
Well, I can respect that.
I can't disagree with any of those orders. I would say Jim Brown won. I'm more partial. Oh, it's a touchdown for the Jaguars. The Jaguars are now up 8-0. I'm more partial to Barry Sanders because I actually got to see him play. Walter Payton retired after 87, and I started watching football in 88. So I've
like
seen
3.
Walter plenty of times because I've watched classic sports, but I've never actually seen Walter live. So, although I did watch Super Bowl 20, I just don't remember it. I was 5 and
I watched
6.
it. I remember
Well,
watching it.
the Lions are controlled by John M., and he has the dubious distinction of becoming the first player to miss the playoffs with all 14. Lions are in a tough division. The Packers, Bears, and Vikings are all fighting for the playoffs this year. So, Lions are going to finish, I believe, 8-8.
Either 8-8 or 9-7,
Yeah,
depending
they're
on the outcome.
8-7 right now, and they play. I just put it down. They play a semi-pro team, I believe. So.
Saints, right?
Saints, yep. But he's only controlling them as a temporary team. He's going to be moving to the Saints in 67 when they're real, and then the Buccaneers in 76. So Lions will be, for the most part, computer controlled after 66.
And just because I have to do this, normally I do this at the beginning of the year, but since we might have new viewers, the whole concept of Sack to the Future is we're replaying. We're using Madden, whatever Madden we currently have, and we're putting real players from the season that we're in. We started in 1960. We're up to 64, obviously. We change the players, give them ratings, and play the season as it happens. Of course, since it's Madden, you can't change the league. You can't change the number of teams. So that's why we have the semi-pro teams. That's why the Jacksonville Jaguars are playing the 1964 Minnesota Vikings.
Yep.
But,
Jaguars would actually be human-controlled if they were real, because terrorists would be controlling them if we ever get to 95.
If we ever get to 1995. I, too, will also be moving in 1976. I will be moving from the Rams and moving on to the Seahawks.
Yep. And I'll have some moves, but they are moves to accommodate the other guys. So they get
67.
their... Right. I moved to the Falcons for myself in 66. But then I move off the Colts to accommodate, to keep the divisions even. I'll move to the Chargers for 1 year, 95. And then in 96, I go to the Ravens till 99, then back to the Chargers. And it gets complicated and confusing when you think about it. It's because of what happened with the Browns leaving the league for 3 years. That's done.
I thought you were going to stay on the Colts there.
I am till 95, but then, because you'll be the Jaguars, so that would put 3 teams in the division, so to keep it even. We're only having 3 teams in the division right now with the North and West, but as soon as 67 comes, that'll be done. And then there'll only be, at a time, 2 teams per division.
Well, it looks like the Vikings have marched on the field. And Fran is on fire.
Yeah, Fran is on fire. The Jaguars lead 9-0. BJ says that TikTok is he's got about 100 followers now, so that's good. He just started it. I saw a couple of his videos earlier. He's helping people. That's his mission. Mr. World Changer, his mission is to help people in any way he can.
Well, then I guess that's a good reason to have his name, World Changer.
Mm-hmm. And I'll be conducting an interview with him. Just to update you, Mr. World Changer, John and I tried to test through Facebook and through YouTube, and it didn't go so well. But Amy, who I'll be doing my first interview with, she uses Zoom. And so I signed up today, Zoom, that you can sign up for free, and I just got to learn it. And I'll be conducting the interview with her here shortly in the next couple weeks. And then once I get that done, I'll move on to talk to you. Meanwhile, we have Bill Brown goes in for the touchdown and cuts the Jaguars' lead to 9-6. As Fred Cox lines up for the extra point. And it's now 9-7 with 34 seconds to go before the half. So the Vikings are not done. Cox will line up to kick off. And it's a short kick to the left. It's going to be taken in front of the goal line and brought out by Vincent Lopez. Lopez makes a man miss, and he's up over the 30 to the 31.
Come on, baby. Let's
Okay, I'm watching on TV while I'm watching your game. I'm watching a DVR. I DVR'd, and I don't know what year Bob Stoops is coaching the Oklahoma Sooners, and Landry Jones is a quarterback, so that should tell you how long ago, how old this team is. I want to say 2010.
Yeah.
Air Force Falcons at Oklahoma Sooners.
Oh, I'm sure that was close.
I can't believe they would do a highlight. DeMarco Murray does have a big day, and that's another reason why I'm watching this game. But they just interviewed a bunch of kids in the stands who are all sharing a plate of nachos, all eating and grabbing from that paper plate full of nachos. And I'm just thinking of the era we are in 2020, and I can't imagine that that'll be on TV if we have students in the stands in college football.
Well, I hope we get college football. There is some resistance among some of the presidents of colleges. They don't want to bring back athletes if they can't bring back students, and they took that. Meanwhile, a couple other updates from the NFL. The state of Florida has offered up stadiums in case, like, say, for instance, the New Jersey teams, the Buffalo Bills, can't play in their states because of New York being slower to open than others. We might get some games in Gainesville, Florida, the home of the Swamp, which really seems weird to me because I hate the Florida Gators. But can you imagine the Bills having a game in the Swamp?
Well,
you got to do what you got to do. I mean, you had that whole season where the Saints played in San Antonio, so.
Yeah, you got. Well, you have to think that the Rams, the Niners, and the Chargers will all have to move.
Yeah, they're not.
California's not going to open.
California, New York, New Jersey, those are definitely iffy spots. Louisiana, the Saints, those are definitely iffy spots.
I would be willing to bet Seattle is going to be iffy too.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Seattle. So Florida and Arizona will probably have we're probably going to have whole baseball leagues, and could very well have extra NFL teams. And thank God for. I mean, there are other states that'll probably come out and offer. I would be.
I would assume Arizona could.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if, say, Boise steps up and says, hey, play on the blue turf.
Boise, I would assume maybe San Antonio might take a team again. Oh, yeah,
San Antonio, definitely. They've stepped up before, so I'd be surprised if they don't. But how would that look, an NFL game on the blue turf?
Especially if it's the Seattle Seahawks.
Oh, yeah.
And their weird blue colors,
right?
On that other weird blue color.
Have a good night, Mr. World Changer. We'll talk to you later. Get some sleep, bud.
Oh, hey. In 6 minutes, Vinny. You're on a 6-minute countdown.
Oh, yeah. See if I don't screw it up this time. Another sack to the future treat. 9-7, the Vikings trail as Tarkenton is in the shotgun, and he's been on fire for a while now. Setting up a screen pass, it is caught. And he's going to make a man miss and pick up a couple yards. It is 3rd down and 8.
At the 4 minutes and 4 seconds left in the 2010 Oklahoma Air Force game, it is 7-3.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. He switched. He's going to root for the Vikings because he had a buddy pass away a week ago who's a Minnesota fan. So may your friend rest in peace, and hopefully his family can receive some comfort in this tiring time, in these exhausting times. You're a good man, BJ. Grew up. I don't know if you saw any of the game the other night, but we grew up together. He lived a couple houses down for part of our childhood, and got in all kinds of trouble together, you know. Dominated on the football fields of lunchtime. We had a team called the Fab Four. I was the quarterback, and I had the luxury of BJ and Warren Bullock and Wade Holtz thrown to them. Threw 7 touchdowns one lunch period.
Oh, nice.
Somehow that didn't translate to the real fields. I only threw 1 in my whole career, but anyway, his career unfortunately ended when a pass got away from me, and he was relentless and dove for the ball into a brick wall.
Ooh.
And thankfully he does not hold it against me. So
yeah.
Jim Marshall forces a fumble. And it's picked up by an offensive fumble again. And this time it's the Vikings ball. And it's Carl Kosoki. Nope, that's 45. Ed Shirachman recovers the second fumble. What a wild play as Marshall comes around. We're not going to see that part. 69 picks it up. He fumbles. Shirachman gets it, and the Vikings have the big skip.
Yeah, it looks like he does fumble.
Yep, it's out before he's down. That was a nice hit by Roy Winston. So 2 forced fumbles on the play. Roy Winston and Jim Marshall. Winston's had a hell of a game as he's been beating down Jaguars, trying to get the Vikings in the playoffs. They have the ball, trailing by 2, 23 yards from the end zone. Hand off to Brown. Nice blocking, but Brown is still going to get. Couldn't juke his way out of the tackle. Clark, the throw. Completely misfires on the pass. He's now 6 and 9 for 50 yards. Still on fire though. Clark looking. He's got a completion. It's going to be enough for the first down to Travis Hall. And Travis Hall is down to the 10, so it'll be first and goal.
Come on, fellas.
Travis Hall, little known receiver. I don't have my computer open, so I can't give you stats and all that on these guys, but the Vikings are starting to build a team that will eventually lead to multiple playoff appearances in the 70s, starting with 69 where they go to Super Bowl 4. But that's after Van Broecklyn trades Tarkenton to the New York Giants.
Is Travis Hall spelled like it sounds?
Should be.
Because the only Travis Hall that's in the system is from 1995 to 2005.
And maybe he's one of the roster filler guys then.
That could very well be.
Did you look up the 64 Vikings?
No, I just went into the Pro Football and searched players and people.
Bill Brown tries to juke and he's tackled in the backfield for a loss. Back to the 13. That'll be third and goal now.
Let's see. Season, select the season. 1964. NFL.
Got it. 37's the Mike. Mike 37.
On third down, Tarkenton in the shotgun. Third down at 13.
I smell fear in that offense.
Have to get a touchdown on the play, or it's going to be fourth and goal.
Short
pass incomplete.
Minnesota Vikings finished 8-5-1 in 1964.
Yeah, so they had a winning record. Passes intended for
Packers
Tommy Mason.
had finished 8-5-1.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
There's number 28.
Let's see here. Show passing, rushing, kicking, defense, scoring, touchdown, punt, touchdown, run.
And the field goal is good. The Vikings are taking a 10-9 lead. All of a sudden, this 10-9 thing is becoming a prominent feature on my channel. If you go back to the October 9th broadcast, that was not done on October 9th. This is like the 5th game out of the last 10 that have had it. Well, at some point, the score has been 10-9.
You say number 28?
Yes.
Tom Hall.
Tom Hall. Where did you get Travis from?
Thomas Francis Hall, wide receiver, defensive back, born April 3rd, 1940 in Wilmington, Delaware.
That's good.
He was a Golden Gopher from Minnesota.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Mr. Hall passed away December 14, 2017 in Enfield, Connecticut. Drafted in the 7th round, 94th overall, the 1962 NFL draft by the Detroit Lions, and the 22nd round, 172nd overall, the 1962 AFL draft by the Buffalo Bills.
Well, maybe I don't like him. He signed with Buffalo.
He played for Detroit for 2 years. He's going to play for Minnesota from 64 to 66, the Saints in 67, then come back and play for Minnesota in 68 and 69.
Pass complete downfield, and the Jaguars have a first down into Minnesota territory as Ron Miller is 11 of 15. And a 21-yard reception to number 40. That's Tarr, Jerry Tarr. So I apologize to the Hall family. The guy's name was Tom, not Travis. I don't know where I get Travis from. Jerry Tarr with a nice move on Kosolki to get away from him before being tackled by Winston, who's just everywhere in this game.
Now, 8 Reed. Mike 58 right there. He's tired of me.
First down at 48. Miller hands it off to Munn. Munn, who was a wrestling professional champion in the late 1800s, picks up 1 yard.
60 Mike, 60 Mike, 60 Mike. Shoot.
Miller throws it to the flat. This time it's complete to number 18. Don't know who that is. Kerbo. Reggie Kerbo. I think he's retired. Miller is going to get hit and sacked by Jim Marshall. That is Marshall's third sack on this game. And we bring up the fourth down. And his 10th tackle for loss. I bet he has more than that. I know he has more than that. He seems to get 3-4 sacks every game. Tomorrow night I'll actually be watching the Vikings play while I'm doing the Cardinals game. I'm not sure how long that game is. No, I'm not watching the
1980. Can't be that long to us. There's lots of commercials.
Yeah, real quick run into the and see.
Well, I'll keep it up. Jaguars punt goes into the end zone for a touchback. I'll be a little bit tape delay as I am behind. So it'll be first and 10 at 20. Here comes Fran the Man Tarkington. Future New York Giant. Future Minnesota Viking. First and 10 at the 20. Fran. Play action pass goes back. Looks, throws deep downfield. And caught by number 85.
85, Paul Flatley.
Paul Flatley will run all the way for a touchdown, 80 yards, and the Vikings have opened up to a 16-9 lead. Paul
Even Bronco
Flatley
Gursky couldn't catch Flatley on that one.
split the defenders and was gone.
Broke 2 tackles at the same time. There's the Viking defense going over what they're about to do.
The Vikings are just a little bit closer to
A date with the St. Louis Cardinals next week.
St. Louis Cardinals, it looks like.
Red Sox extra point is good. It's now 17-9 Minnesota. You can hear the groans coming from Los Angeles, California. And apparently Chicago, Illinois. Okay, Browns-Vikings game is loaded.
Let's go, let's go!
Taking forever to load. That was Paul Flatley's 4th touchdown on the season in that reception. 2 hours, 32 minutes. So, just a little bit shorter than the hockey game was today, which was 2:38. Miller completes the pass for the first down.
Come on, baby! Go, set! 60 or! Everyone got 4 down! Deep river!
Okay, that was back. Oh, Munn takes a carry on first down. He's going to pick up another first down. We're down to 17 seconds left in the third. Munn with a nice move to pick up the additional yardage. He breaks the tackle from Carl Eller.
Game break.
Huh?
Game break here.
We've reached
Jake
the end of
Locker.
the third quarter.
Come on now, let's
With the score,
Red.
Minnesota 17, Jacksonville 9. You're watching Sack to the Future on the VinnyXWolf channel.
What time is it, sir?
We are 7 minutes past midnight here on the East Coast. You're watching Sack to the Future on the VinnyXWolf channel. Damn it, I had a 5-minute warning and still screwed it up.
Yeah. We just had a highlight reel of Jake Locker scrambling for the Washington Huskies into the end zone, and now the Huskies are only trailing the Nebraska Cornhuskers 14-7.
We got a penalty on Bill Byrne, and that moves the Jaguars back. It's on 1st and 20. We're in the fourth quarter here. Miller's pass falls incomplete.
Ready! 18 Gator.
Second down.
That pass was Roman Gabriel-esque.
Miller finds the receiver in the flat. He's got a head of steam and a first down. He's going to pick up about 23 yards on that reception to number 40, Jerry Tarr. He seems to be the receiver of choice for Miller today. I think it's Jerry. Why do they switch hands a million times? That is a pet peeve of mine. Just run the ball. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times. It's like almost like they're dribbling.
Here we go. 15 Lonnie. 15 Lonnie.
How do they even video capture that animation? Who did that? Up the middle for Wayne Munn and another first down as the Jaguars are moving deep into Minnesota territory.
Too much solo action there.
Oh, what is that? A ridiculous looking animation on the drop. Nice hit by Rip Hawkins.
Let's go. 70, Indy.
Third down or second down and 10.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Get it.
Oh, going to get blitz. Dangle high, man. Here's a blitz.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Third down and 5 after completion. Miller in the shotgun. It's complete for the first down. And Jacksonville keeps drive alive with 6:10 to go in the game.
Let's go.
Jim Boylan on the reception. Another Viking playing in his last home game today is Jerry Rykow, who has not yet caught a pass. Number 89 for the Vikings, a wide receiver who has caught many deep passes in Sack to the Future history. Against us, too. Pass complete out in the flat. Looks like Wayne Munn. It is Wayne Munn picking up 8. Second and 2. Miller hands it off to Munn. Huge hole up the middle, down inside the 5, down to the 4. First and goal for the Jaguars. Under 5 minutes to go. Miller throws to the flat, but he's going to end up losing a yard as the Viking defense consumes this thing. 2 minutes. Volmer. And 44. The Vikings put in their backups? 44 is Lee Calland. But Billy Volmer, I'm not sure who he is. Why he's out there. Must be nickel. Unique perspective that we don't need to see. I don't know. Hit the X button. Second and goal from the 5.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Defense.
Miller throws the screen. And he's going to get down to the 4-yard line. So it'll be third and goal from the 4. The Vikings are 20th overall in points allowed. They've only given up 9 today. Miller under center. It'll be 4-down territory, no doubt. Goes to the flat, the other side. Breaks the tackle. Oh, my goodness. He's hit at the 1 and dropped. It'll be 4th and goal from the 1. For the wide receiver, number 83, Dick Lage. Dick could not penetrate the end zone. You knew that was coming. Dick went limp when he was hit from behind.
Do they go for it or kick the field goal and play
They're down by
defense?
9 or 8. They've got to go for it. Dick could not stretch that ball out. His arm was flaccid. Could not get it over. It'll be 4th and goal from the 1, and Miller is in the shotgun. It's a handoff to Munn, and Munn's hit in the backfield and dropped. A shotgun draw on 4th and goal.
Terrible call.
It's just makes you scratch your head. And what in the name of Pete Carroll were the Jaguars thinking? Darkington hands off to Brown. He's got a nice hole. He's going to pick up about 5, maybe 4. The Vikings have over 300 yards on offense today. They're 23rd in the league for the season. 2nd and goal from the 4, so it was 6 yards for Brown. Oh, Brown takes the ball, but he is snapped before he can get the first down. Hit hard, 3rd and down, and we're at the 2-minute warning. With the Vikings leading the Jaguars 17-9, and it's 3rd down for the Vikings. 3rd and 1. Turkington still on fire though. 3rd down from the 12-yard line. It's going to be a handoff to Brown. Brown's got the first down, and the Jaguars going to have to burn their first timeout. So, first down from the 18-yard line. A minute 56 to go. Brown is going to pick up 2, and the Jaguars will spend another timeout. So the theory here is to stop them on 2nd down, spend their last timeout, and then withstand a 3rd down play. The clock will not run out before the punt. Brown takes the handoff, and he's going to pick up 2. Injury timeout to Fred Beal for the Jaguars. It's 3rd down and 5. So the Jaguars, their last timeout is used on the injured.
And if they don't make the first down, it would appear that the Vikings would possibly be punting with about 58 seconds left.
Yeah.
If they don't make the first down.
Tarkenton is under center for this 3rd down play. Coming in motion, and it is a fake up the middle to Brown. Brown is tackled shy of the first down. Interesting play call. They ran the fake reverse. In the counter play to the running back, he picks up 3. It's 4th down and 2. So the Vikings will have to punt to the Jaguars. They need to score and get the 2-point conversion to force overtime. Because the Jaguars' offensive play calling leaves you shaking your head. Let's see, they're going to snap the ball around 105. There's the punt. Actually, they snapped it early at 108. And a fair catch is called at the 34-yard line.
Here we go.
33. So the Jaguars are 67 yards away with 1:04 to go. No timeouts. If Miller ever had it in him, this is it.
Let's go. 15, Lonnie. 15 Lonnie. Tight left, tight left. 4 down.
Miller's in the shotgun. He's got time. Good blocking. He steps up. He's going to get hit and sacked by Roy Winston, who jumps and takes him down by the neck. Miller just wasted way too much time. He's going to throw this one into the flat, and he's tackled out of bounds. So that stops the clock at 34 seconds. It's 3rd down and 17. They're on the 26-yard line. And they fake the draw. Penalty flag is down. Going deep. It's incomplete. Let's see what the flag is. Probably holding. Yep, holding on the Jaguars. Vikings should decline this. On Antonio Perry. And on 4th and 17, the Jaguars are going to go for it. Miller back to pass. He throws. It's tipped in the air and incomplete. So Minnesota has clinched the 6th wild card spot, or the 6th seed, the wild card spot. They will travel to St. Louis in the wild card round. That means the Bears will go to Tampa Bay. Packers and Cowboys will have the byes. The NFC is set. As we look at the tip pass again, Charlie Brett, playing in his last home game, knocks the ball high up into the air. Comes up big. Tarkenton finishes 9 of 13, 187 yards and 1 touchdown.
Credit, 30 base.
This is going to be the kneel down play. We'll get to see that once, maybe twice. There's 24 seconds, but the computer is a little different.
Down, 90 Wolf.
Don't have to snap it, but they're lining up under center. And that's it. The game is over. Minnesota defeats Jacksonville 17-9 to qualify for the playoffs at 11-5, right?
Yes.
Yes, 11-5. And that is your 60, 11-5. So congratulations to the Vikings, the showcase team this year. Making the playoffs.
That means in 1964, the wild card teams' records are in the NFC 11-5 and 11-5, and in the AFC either 12-4 and 13-3, or 11-5 and 13-3.
And a divisional champion has 5 wins. Thanks for joining us on Sack to the Future. My name is Vinny Vincent for Tears89 and the rest of the cast and crew of Sack to the Future. God bless America.